Alright, it's been a minute since I last recorded anything, but we now have these massive wheat fields that are almost entirely grown. I've gathered a ton of materials, so if we look in here, we have this stone and all this stone as well. And I also went mining and got a little bit more diamonds and made some pickaxes. I broke a diamond hoe making these wheat fields, which is insane. But I think I want to add in some of the little final details to this area so we can finish it up and move on. So one of those would be this wall right here. I want to continue this along. Oh, and I also want to go through and add more of these hay bales. So things like this I really like, and I want to make sure to add them more through the entire field. Also, I've been breeding cows and other animals so much that if I just walk near here, it's so noisy that we have no pigs. All right, let's get started. All right, you were probably expecting me to just go into like a couple of clips of building and then show you the final product, but instead we actually need some materials to build. So now we're going to mine some cobblestone, some tuff, and some deep slate, which is what I need for the walls, as well as some builds for later on in the video. I also, after this, went caving, gathering some bones and coal, and if you're wondering why this just keeps going on and we haven't transitioned into the building part, that's because I forgot to record any time-lapse bits for it, or like those cutaway shots you see in those other fancy YouTubers videos. So instead, just enjoy this, and then we just cut to the finished project like that. Whoa. And here is the final product. We basically cornered off all the wheat and just fenced everything in with a bit of stone, and I'm super happy with it. It looks good. The framing of it helps it actually look a lot better and makes the paths stand out a lot more, and I'm super happy with it. All right, voiceover me is back again. Now we have just a couple things left to do. We need to add in those wheat things we were talking about, which is just like a couple hay bales scattered around covering up water sources, and a big one's just break up the massive wheat field, and then last up, to help the buildings I just made in the last episode blend into the landscape, I added a bit of grass around them to sort of smooth out the transition. And that's it. We finally finished the project from the last episode and can get started working on what we're going to do this episode. It's great how this is working out right now. All right, for some of the first things that I want to add here, I'm thinking that we make a massive tree. There's some space right beside the house that we built in the last episode that I think would look nice, and I've got a little schematic all planned out, so we just really need to collect the materials afterwards. Now, where is it? Here we go. Nice oak tree. Just get this sucker placed in, and we can start building. All right, I need a lot of oak leaves, a lot of azalea leaves, spruce leaves, oak planks, and all this stuff. Let's just gather all these materials real quick. We need 15 logs, all right. Alright, that wasn't enough materials. We need to head over to the original base to see if they have anything we need. Do we have any bone? No, we don't have any bones. This kind of sucks because we need to grow some of the azalea trees. And I don't think you can do it without bone meal. Well, I know there's a cave system down that way, so let's just head over there. So, I headed into the mines, killed up a few skeletons, and now with the bone meal in hand, we could start chopping down some trees. Now, I'm almost happy with this tree. It looks really nice. There's one issue, though, and that's that the trunk is far too fat. When you look at trees, they don't usually look this much like broccoli. So I kind of want to fix up the tree a little bit. So I've got some wood in my inventory, and we should be able to fix this up. I mostly just want to thin this thing down. So let's see if we can do something here. Okay, I'm mostly happy with this up here. This also needs to be thinned down. Mainly on this side right here, I just want to remove like this. And maybe that, and that should be good, yeah. Now, we don't want a tree that's just floating, so if we come down right about here, let's just map out where I want the trunk to go. So I want it to be almost perfectly straight. So we have that right there as just our outline. Let's move a lot of this grass away. I do want it to slightly curve this direction. Okay, I know this looks a little bit weird up close, but the main way we're going to be viewing it is from over here. And it still looks a little weird. It looks like I just stuck this top on this bottom. Man, that's ugly. Okay. What to do? Okay, this feels like the perfect time to introduce our brand new segment, Fixing Things and Stuff with Dazed Brush. I've seen a lot of other YouTubers who make similar videos, making these little bit things, and I decided to steal it from them as well. And today we're going to be fixing the problem that this tree looks terrible. Yes, I built this entire little library thing just for this bit, and yes, it took longer than saying it did. Anyways, time to fix this thing and stuff. Let's remove this bit right here, because I think this is what's bothering me the most. Zoom, there I go, just removing that bit. What happens if we just make it too thick, though? Does that work? No, it didn't really, but it got me closer on the right track, and I sat a while thinking until I added a bit to the trunk. Oh, that looks... Okay, we're almost there. We just need to give the tree a bit more curve, because right now, it is... We did want it to be straight, but it's a little too straight right now. To unstraighten out the tree, I tried to add a bit of curve to that side, but it was too much and kind of looked like a bulbous wart, so I removed it, and let's make this side curve, because it's really flat right now. So to do that, I just want to take this little bit of branch and extend it down. And from there, it was just a matter of trying to smooth out all the weird curves I had with the fence gates, the slabs, and the stairs, and trying to add in some highlights using some stripped oak and trapdoors to add shading, until we finally get here. Alright, and here's our finished tree. I'm actually super happy with this. Also, if you look at the leaves, there are 3 different leaf types to add shadow and highlights. I think it came out pretty nice. And I feel like we've succeeded in blending this area way more into the landscape. The only other thing I might want to do is come over here and add, like, bushes. Because the entire terrain over here is just very flat, so some bushes could definitely help with that. But I think it's actually time that we start working on the main project of today's video, which, that's right, this was not it. I mean, I did want to finish up some of the details, because I promised to do that. But the main project today is to build a little tavern and also a new food area, because I've discovered that I don't actually want to eat bread. Despite it making all these massive wheat fields, it's not a great food source, and I'm too picky to eat it. So instead, I've been breeding up these animals over here, which is why you could hear them being so loud. So the goal is to build a little cow pen, sheep pen, pig pen, and a horse pen, which is what we're going to work on. And for the area that we're going to build it in, I was thinking we could take this shovel and come along the path, because I did build a little branch that leads over here. And then I want to extend it. We're going to need to fix the terrain at some point. I don't know if today is going to be that day. But if we come right back over here, a little bit ways behind the farm area, this spot right here is where I want to build the cow pen and all the other animal pens. And we have this path that'll lead from the farm and like curve around and over that way. Now this area isn't totally finished. I do want to always come back and add details. And we need to work on interiors, which we might do today. I don't know. but it's mostly done for now, enough for me to want to work on a different project. So yeah, let's get started with this new area. You probably expected me to show you the finished product, you idiot. No, we're gathering gravel to make some coarse dirt because I want to start working on the path a little bit. Remember that little dirt path thing that we've been walking along? I think it needs a little bit more, and that little bit more is some coarse dirt off to the sides to add a bit more wear and tear. Like, this is the less trotted area, and people don't use it as much, so the dirt's more rough. And this was a bit of a process, mostly because I just don't have a good shovel. You can see I'm using an iron shovel, and later on it's going to break as we fix up the cow pen area. That's what we're building. Sorry if you didn't know. But yeah, I need an enchanting thing, but I've just put it off, and it's not going to happen this episode. All right, let's start moving these cows. Where is my wheat? It's finally time we move these. They've overpopulated this area. They don't fit. There's so many. Oh my. All right. I mean, the pathway is very small. We'll see. I'm going to probably have to go through here and fix all the crop fields afterwards. But let's see how many we can get over there in this first attempt. It looks like not even half. There's so many left. We got 5. Nice. All right, cows. This is going to be a process. Let's go. You got it. Okay, I haven't really shown this area, so I'll talk about it as we move these cows over. I added a ton of foliage over here near where the tree is, and I really like how it makes it look like this little plains but bushy area. I think it looks really nice. And then over here, we've got little cow area. I built a little shack just for some storage, and then right in here is where we're going to put the cows. I did not bring a fence gate. Stay there, don't move. Oh, this isn't enough. There we go, we did it. All right. Now let's get the wheat and let's bring those guys over. It doesn't look like a lot of the crop fields are broken, which is nice. My entire chest system is in the way, so it's probably going to make this a little bit slower, and we're going to lose a lot of cows here. But oh my, that is a lot of cows. Let's just slowly walk backwards. Come on, you got this. Follow me, you wave of cows. Can you make it through this tiny area? Oh, we're losing them. We're losing some. But I think we're getting a little better at this cow wrangling, because there's a lot more in this group than the 5 we had last time. This guy does not want to come, though. He's like walking back. Oh, now he's excited. Now you want to come. Let's see if we can get these guys. Looks like we have a couple of stragglers, but most people really like the wheat, so come on. Let's go. You've almost made it in. Just come in this way. You got it. Let's go. Last couple guys. There we go. It's a good amount of cows. There's a couple stragglers over here that we'll just quickly pick up. Not even including any of the ones over there. Oh yeah, that's a 2-block wall, dude. You gotta come over this way. Come on, come in. They're all gonna leave. They're all gonna leave. Come this way. Man, this pen already looks kind of full, and I mean, it's not a huge pen. Oh, hello. But it is an upgrade to the previous one. I guess that really just shows you how crowded the old pen was. If just a little bit are left, I might just kill these guys off. But if we've got a lot left over here, yeah, I'm just going to kill them off. I mean, I have a ton of wheat. I just don't want to eat bread. Come here. Yeah, you like the wheat? Come on, there's nothing bad over here. Nothing bad is going to happen. I lied. I feel so cruel when I lure them over to their death, but it's also much faster. Okay, who's left? Nobody? Excellent. Let's go feed these guys, get the pen repopulated a little bit. Man, this area over here looks really nice. I know we haven't built anything new today, We've just really been working in an older area, but I really love how everything's looking. And I hope the cows can't get out of this pen. I did leave some gaps where it goes stone wall to fence gate, like right over here. I think the worst one's probably this one. I can get out, but let's see. Can any... Oh, the babies probably can get out. Yeah. But it's okay. Let's probably take the wheat out of our hands. Now I'm just gonna head out. We can leave some wheat in this barrel right here. All right. Next up, I think our main goal is to work on a bit of a sheep pen. So if we come over this way, you can see the path comes right over here, and then there's this ledge right here. And I kind of want to make this a river. I don't know why, but I really think having like a bridge over this way would look cool. But that does mean we're going to need to carve out a river. Now, I want to just stop like right about here, but I think if we can get like a little river running down through here, we're going to have to remove this area. It looks like, yeah, so we're going to have the river come right through this way. We're going to have to knock down this little hill, and then it'll flow right through here, which should look really nice. And then this will lead over into a new area where we're going to have some more animals and some more buildings. Oh my, that tree looks really thin. Let's just fix that up. Let's just thicken this tree up for a second. Yeah, it's very 2D at the moment. All right, that doesn't ruin the look of the tree. And yeah, it's slightly thicker now. I maybe will come back later and fix it up for this angle. But I'm going to be honest, that tree is made solely from when you're coming over this way. Yeah, this tree is just made for this angle right here. I guess we can't really move any of the animals because we just decided that the new area we're going to be building them in is going to have a river in the way. So I'm going to get started working on that river. Been a little bit, but we now have all these massive rocks. There are a ton of different colors. They're either sloping inwards or overhanging. Some of them have grass on the top. And I've tried to blend the terrain over here. The grass is still growing. And I'm aware this rock looks a little weird from this angle. It looks bad, I'll admit. But I don't care. It's been a little bit. I've spent far longer on this rock than the other ones, and I just want to take a break for a little bit. I think it's good enough for now. We can always come back to it. But now it's time to start working on some of the other features, which is the actual river part of it. So we have a very flat riverbed right now, and well, I'm thinking, do I want to build the other side of the river first, or do I want to build the riverbed first? If I build the other side first, I'll know how wide the river is going to be, and then I can get a nice looking riverbed. If I build the riverbed first, I don't have to build the other side first, which I kind of don't want to do right now. Decisions, decisions, decisions. I don't know what the correct answer is. I am, however, going to take a break. Our tools are looking far worse for wear. We have... Where is it? I brought some iron over so we can make more tools. But I would kind of like to go mining just to get some more diamonds, as it seems that I'm just running out of them all the time. And it seems like it could be a little bit of a relaxing break from all this building. So yeah, let's go mining. So off I went into the depths of the earth, just mining for deep slate, tough, as well as mostly focusing on getting some diamonds, and I found a lot of them. Originally I planned to just strip mine, and while I was doing that, I stumbled upon a huge vein of diamonds, which was excellent. However, that was short-lived, as my strip mine plans failed pretty quickly when I stumbled into a massive cave. But that didn't stop me. I kept exploring and finding more diamonds. After that, I decided to focus more on gathering materials though, so I stumbled upon a large tough vein and just decimated the thing, absolutely destroying my pickaxe and all the tough because I gathered so much tough. Afterwards though, I went and found an amethyst geode, which was great because it gave me access to amethyst, so we can make things like spyglass, and that's about it. That's all you can make with amethysts. After that, though, there was a huge iron vein, and I don't think people take advantage of iron veins enough. I think this is like my third one that I've used in this world, and it gives so much iron and tough. It's like just the best spot to get anything. Now, the camera angle for this first one's a little bit weird, but the second one is a lot better, and because I recorded both of them, I just decided to put them together to get a longer video time. So, suckers, you fell for it. You watched it, too. Anyways, subscribe. I don't think I've done a subscribe thing this video. A lot of you guys are watching my videos and none of you guys are subscribing, you jerks. Yeah. Alright, I'll admit it, I've run out of things to talk about, so enjoy me killing this zombie, and then here is the final haul of resources. It's a lot. There's so much iron in there and so much tough. It's insane. The bundle's also got iron blocks in it. And I've teleported. Alright, after a long trip in the mine, we have 44 diamonds. And I want to get some armor, because currently I am rocking this. And I have been rocking, worse than this for a while now. But first, let me just empty out my inventory. I have so much tough from all the mining I did, because I just kept finding iron veins. I don't know why more people don't use those. I mean, they're a little tedious to mine out, especially because I've got terrible tools, but most people don't rock unenchanted diamond for this long. I'm just special. So let's see. Helmet. Chestplate. Leggings. And boots. Oh, I feel good. Oh, it's so nice to have an armor bar now. And we did end up, like, breaking an entire pickaxe mining, because I got all this tough. But that's okay, because the amount of diamonds I got mining is great, which means I can finally increase the amount of pickaxes we have by a lot. And yes, I am aware that right now I am building up little chest monsters all over, especially that one over there. But I'm okay with that for now. But with our brand new haul of diamonds and stuff, I think I actually am ready to start working on this, because I want to build the other side of this. And after coming back to this later, I do really like it. I have finished it up by adding some details like some walls, stairs, and slabs. And I think it looks nice. It's not the perfect thing, but I'm really happy with it because I built this in survival. And I want to do the same with the other side. But I think for this one, because I now have some more diamonds, I can make a diamond shovel. Because again, we have another broken one of those. And I can map it out using dirt this time instead of cobblestone, which will be really nice. Because we have a ton of dirt. I do want to feed some of these cows, because I'm running a little bit low on steak. And I want to have more food. For right now, I am pretty happy with the steak in terms of a food source. I'm enjoying it more than bread. I'm excited to start getting these mobs into new pens once we finish this other side. I also am really loving this tree. It's making me want to add more trees in. And I mined down a tree right over here that was just like a naturally spawning tree. But I think I want to add in my own little custom one. And I think, oh no, I broke a grass. And I think we'll do that later today as well. But let's see. I have a bit of wheat in here already. Let's break this down and feed the cows. Did I get everyone? Everyone happy? No? Lure you guys off to this side. away from the pen door. Yeah, there you go. Oh, look at me. It's not creepy at all. And then I can start culling the herd a little bit. Man, this pen looks a lot emptier. And I feel a little bit worse. Alright, we need a spot to put this furnace. Right there. No, I'm kidding. Right here. Perfect. Let's get started laying this new mountain bouldery side of the river out, and we'll see how it looks. Alright, guess who forgot to record? It was me. Don't guess anyone else, because I'm the only one who makes these videos. All of it's me. Should be really dumb if you guessed anyone else. But anyways, I'm pre-recording this because I forgot to record audio. But here's the finished little thing that we worked on. We built all these different boulders, and especially this pointy outy bit one. That one took so long to work on, and it took forever to figure out all the different things. I used walls, glass panes, and I'm just walking away from it. Never mind. Instead, we're going to look at these couple of things, which these 3 boulders and these side things that I forgot to record but did build. And then over here, there's that little gap. And the entire river area from above looks super cool. I didn't mean to do that, but it really does. And then over here, this side, this we're going to be working on next. And now I'm clipped into the ground. But we're going to be working on adding a bit more animal farms and then a little path leading over to an inn or a tavern, which is the main goal of today's video, which is why we're doing it 26 minutes into the video, as you do. Yeah, so that's happening. Next up, though, I want to finish off this river. So we're going to carve it in a little bit, make it actually look like a river, and then we're going to add some water in. And yeah, this feels very dumb that I didn't record any audio. I bumped my microphone, so the cord unplugged. So I just was waddling around doing nothing. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you guys, the microphone thing happened again, the cord just fell out. And this video is taking a while. It took forever for the building, and the editing is taking a while, and I kind of just want this to be done, so let's speed through this. This river area looks great, really love it. That foam stuff, that's a mod, that's not in vanilla. Next up, though, we're gonna work on, well, fixing that first, but afterwards, we need to start moving the animals over. So I'm gonna quickly terraform up the other side, make that look nice, and then we can start bringing the animals over. First, we're gonna start with sheep, and I've come up with a new plan. I'm gonna use the water to move them, because that way they're all slow, and they can all look at the wheat while I travel, and hopefully that should work better. And it did work better. So then I did a totally different way. I just went back to the way I did it for the cows. For the pigs, and now we've got our 2 new pens over here for the different animals, and they look great. I'm super happy with them. This area looks super nice, so I'm gonna detail up the pathway and build this dirt bridge leading over, and we're not gonna change this dirt bridge at all during the video because I've done too much already. Next up, though, we're gonna lay out some paths, and we're gonna plan out where we want the build to go next. So the path that leads the farthest out, that's gonna just lead to the inn spot that's what we're actually building. That should be the thumbnail of this video. The path going to the left, that should be the farm area, and the path to the right, we're not going to focus on at all, because, again, I just need to finish this project. Alright, and hopefully, next time you see me, I should have a recording of audio. This is getting a little annoying. Haha, nope. You thought I fixed the problem? No, I did not. See that little material list off to the corner? Well, we're going to try and fix it. I also got to buy this eye blossom from a wandering trader, which was really nice and cool. So let's put it right here. So yeah, let's go on a little material gathering thing. And why don't we do that in like a montage style? Because then there's no voice things. We don't need to worry about that. Ha ha ha, I can't believe this. So funny. It's now day 161. We have all these materials, which is not the biggest amount. However, there's so many little details, like gathering the stripped oak wood, which is different from logs, was super annoying. I also planned to have pale oak in the build, however, the wandering trader just never gave me it, so instead, we're just going to use iron trapdoors, which is almost as good, but really expensive. But now, with all of this, it's going to be super fun to do some inventory management and build up this thing. I'm looking away from it now because there is like a schematic thing over there, and you could see the box, and it looks ugly. So I'm just not going to look over there. Instead, I'm going to come over here because I don't think I properly showcased it yet. But we have so much iron. That is blocks of iron right there. And that is after gathering all the materials. I also got like 10 diamonds while mining. And we have another pickaxe that's like broken. So it's going to enter the chest. We're running out of space here. This can go in this chest. We also got 2 discs from killing creepers, which is awesome. While I was getting all the bones for bone blocks, which I wanted to build with, but it's like by far one of the most annoying things to gather right now because I don't have a skeleton farm. Some skeletons shot the creepers, which was cool. And so we got 2 more discs. Actually, I don't know if we even have any discs. These could be our first discs. If so, yay. Oh, and I got some dogs. We got one over here, and then another one is down over there. I don't know if we can see him. We cannot see him. All right. And then the last thing I want to do before we head in is I want to make a spyglass. I found some amethyst while I was mining. I got some copper so that we could make it. There we go, a spyglass. Now I'm really curious to see if the zoom stacks. So we're looking through. No, it does not. All right, but they look the same amount of distance. Yeah, about. All right, so we can just use the Minecraft zoom now, which is nice. Oh, there's a cow we forgot to kill from when we moved all the cows. I mean, since he's survived this long, might as well let him live. Psych, thought you could escape me, fool. We should probably also fix this up soon. In fact, why don't we just do it right now? Let's just connect the river. It's not going to be perfect, because I still do want to go through and fix up this river, but it'll actually be a river now. We have a river! Yay! I mean, it doesn't connect over there, but that's fine for right now. Yay! And then once the rain clears, we're going to start building because I don't want the time lapse to be in the rain. That's just annoying to deal with. You can see the build peeking out over there, but there is one thing I want to try to do, and that's to get a little bit of bone meal so that we can finish this sucker off. Also, that dog I was talking about, he's right here. Hello, dog. But if we come along the pathway we can see the build like slowly reveal itself. It's in a similar style to these two builds, but a little bit more fancy, as I want this to be sort of like an inn or a tavern that people could stop by as they're traveling. So yeah, here it is. Let's sleep first. Oh, I forgot my bed. Run across over to here so that we can not get attacked. But yeah, as we're running towards this, look at how nice this looks. I'm super happy with how this build came out. Yeah, here's my bed. Now, it's not totally finished right now, as it doesn't seem to fit in with the landscape at all, but it does look super cool. We have this more white building in the front and up here. Well, it's got like a mud brick building over there and this little outcropping that's made out of... What, jungle? That's what that is? Yeah, that's made out of jungle. And I did have like a ton of fun designing this. I wanted it to be super... like... unrealistic, I guess is how you'd put it. Like, this isn't how a real build would look, but it's sort of more fantasy-like. But if we come up here, we could take our grass, and then I would just want to go through and make some tall grass over here. Alright, and that should finish off the build. I don't think there's anything else big that we need to add. I do want to add some details, like some barrels and chests lying around here, a path, and some bushes, and we'll get that all set up. But what do you guys think of the build? The windows are all scaffolding, but that's sort of consistent with the other builds as well. But this big window is a little weird. And here's what I was talking about. I wanted to use pale oak, but I instead used iron trapdoors. I did need to use some levers. You can't even see them. I did need to use some levers up here so that the trapdoors would be flicked down, but mostly they're okay. I also do want to get some trapdoors to come on these two blocks, but I think I'll just wait till I find a pale oak forest. But right now, we need to add in that it's an inn right here. And I don't know how to do those squares that people use, so I'm just going to use, like, a hashtag. Okay, there's an I. Oh, this is not going to be fun. Let's give 2 right there. Get some spaces to push it over. And then we need the other top of the N right there. A diagonal... There we go. Okay. How many lines left do I... Okay, I got 2 lines left. There we go, an N. Okay, how do I copy all of this? Oh, do I need to copy it, like, line by line? Control V... Oh, no. I've deleted it all. There's no undo. Okay, that seems to work. Oh, haha. All right. So I've been working a little bit, and I've made this path right here so much nicer. So if we walk over, we've got this little bush, these rocks, these little stones, and we come over here, and we've got this little outdoor area off to the side. We got some empty signs right over there. Yeah, no interior yet. Oh, but someone's using it. It looks really nice. I want this to be sort of like a main path. So like this inn is sitting alongside the main path, and people would come like walking along this thing. And I kind of want to have like a big city maybe in the future down there, but that's way in the future. And then we can have a little port over there. Hold on, let me get rid of this box in the sky. Perfect. Oh yeah, I also should pick up the food that I've been cooking, because now we're about to work on a new thing. And no, it's not this bridge that I've just left being dirt so long it's all turned to grass. No, instead we're going to start a new project. Remember in the beginning of the episode how we built this tree right here? Well, I've been looking at it, and I really like how this tree fills out this area, so I think we need some more trees. They need so much more leaves. One of the ones that I've designed needs 13 stacks of oak leaves. I've got 24 on me. The good thing is, we already have all the birch leaves we need. The bad thing is, we need more azalea and so much more oak. So, oh, we also need a ton more spruce and oak wood for each of the trunks of these things. So we're going to need to do a ton more resource collecting. And no, this is not my way of procrastinating doing interiors because I have 3 unfinished interiors. I definitely need these trees. By the way, I just love how nice this area looks. I think I've said it like 5 different times this video, but I just love walking through here in this plain setting, and I think this inn building, it just fits in so nicely. I can't wait to get an interior in, but I am going to hold off on doing that. I also did try, so there was a little patch of flowers right here, and I tried to keep it by adding in these yellow little daisies, and I think wait, what are these called? Not daisies. Dandelions. I think these are like some of my favorite flowers just because of like the small little bit of yellow they add. So I put like a couple of them over here, and there's some cows over there. But for the places we're going to add a tree, I'm thinking one right over there, and then another tree, and then another tree right over here could be good, like overshadowing the pens. I think that'll look cool. Especially with the falling leaves mod that we have on, it should like make the leaves flow down over the sheep pens, and that should look super cool. So here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. If we stand underneath this tree, yeah, we can start seeing some falling leaves. And what I want is to have just these things falling down on me because I downloaded this mod and I really like how it looks. And so I want to experience it more. So this tree is too far out of the way to really walk beside it that much, so I don't get the leaves to fall on me. And I want that. Whew. Today has been a long episode. We have done so much. Please don't expect this from me in the future. This week was spring break, and I had nothing else to do. Oh, I'm gonna need to make a new diamond axe if we're gonna go chopping down trees. Well, actually, let's see. That should handle a good chunk of the spruce. And I think I've got more down there. Let's just check. We have so many different chest monsters now that we have to check. There's one right over by this new build I made. There's one right over there. There's one over there. And there's the actual storage room back in that spruce log, back in that cabin that we made in the first episode. Remember that? Yeah, that was a while ago. Oh, there's more spruce here. There's more oak here. Oh, that's helpful. All right. Maybe this won't be too bad. And then let's check the main base. Okay, we come in here. Oh, we've got so much spruce. We're good on spruce. What about... Oh, we got like a stack of oak. Oh, we're so good on materials. Okay, all the stuff I've gathered in like episode 1 should still last us a little bit. This is great. All right. So here's the wood materials. Let me just put this in our boat over here just to organize it. All right, and now it's time to focus on the leaves. And I need a ton of oak leaves. Luckily for me, I should have a ton of oak saplings that I can use. Let's see in here. Oh, well, more oak wood. Oh, and some bone meal. We might need some more azalea. Okay, excellent. This should get us the azalea we need. We have all of this for oak leaves. And then we might get some jungle leaves just for fun. But yeah, I will see... This is way too many shears. Let's go into a time lapse of material gathering funness. Oh yeah. No! I really thought that would work. Alright, well, I just get to fish stuff out from there. But on the bright side, I have gotten a huge amount of leaves, so hopefully this should be enough. And some extra oak logs in case the large amount that I already had wasn't enough. So I'm just going to bring it over here to these chests, because I have some extra space in them, and it's near one of the trees that I want to build. So hopefully this is enough, because I don't really want to go back and get more. My axe is almost entirely broken from that, and I used up a huge amount of shears. Alright, and this almost entirely full chest of materials should be enough for us to do what we want. So let's hop into a couple more time lapses after the rain clears up, of course, because this is super annoying. And for those of you interested, currently we are on day 170. That means almost 100 days on this one video. Pretty impressive. I'm pretty impressive. Come here, move over this way. Yeah. Fool. Just wait till I finish eating. Oh, no, I ran out of arrows. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I'll be with you shortly. Awesome. Okay, let me put this away. All right, and if we look over this way, we now have two massive trees, and these look so good, okay? If we come around here, we got this one that's super similar to that one, just a little skinnier. It has this little weird bit right there that I'm not totally happy with, but the rest of it I really like. Again, probably overusing the fence posts to make the tree the correct width, but it's okay. And then this one is excellent. This is a great tree. So we have like two different trees connected and then branching out. It looks great. And I think it fits perfectly hovering over this sheep pen right here, as well as the pig pen. It's just excellent. Perfect. Can't say enough good things about it. I especially love it from this angle over here. Hold on. Yeah, if we're looking at it from this area over here, it really balances the entire image. In fact, if we go down here to where we first enter the area, look how nice that looks. Oh, it's so cool. I really love how the inn and that tree just fade into the fog. This tree maybe needs some work. I don't know how we're going to improve it a ton. It's just too small. But now I think we're almost done with the episode. Do we want to do the bridge? That is the question. No. I think I am happy enough with the work we've done today. I know we didn't get to the interiors. Hopefully, that should just be a quicker episode so I can get it released faster to you guys, which should be good for everyone, right? Maybe. There's 3 different interiors we need to do, a tavern, and then 2 farmhouses. And yeah, I think I'm happy enough with the work we've done here today. If we fly into the air, we've finished up the farm, actually made it look nice, and we've built this entire area. We've moved the pins, we just haven't removed them yet. But we've made this entire area, we built this massive river, and actually connected it to the lake, although currently that's a terrible connection, but it's good enough. And then we also built this area over here for the other couple of animal pens, and this little inn right here. When I say little, it's not super little. But yeah, I am... How do I get back? I am super happy with the work we've done here today. One last little thing before we end the video. I do have one thing I want you guys to do in the comments. I have these 2 dogs, that one right there, and then the other one who's over there. I can't see him. But I need name suggestions. And if not, I'm going to come up with some really terrible ones. And then after we do the interiors, maybe we'll actually move on to building the enchanting area. Who knows? But yeah, we need names for these 2 dogs. Oh, and they don't even need to be good names. I was thinking Albert. So that's the bar I've set. Not very high. How did you get in here? You are very much not a horse. I don't want to hit the horse, though. And I whiffed. Alright. That was a great way to end the video. Wouldn't you agree, dog? Yeah, he loves it.